Okay, there we go. Yay! What's up, y'all? Taurus sun and rising in Scorpio moon. Oh my god, so you're born under a full moon. Y'all know what's crazy? I was born right after a full moon. Like, I'm a Taurus sun and my moon is in Sagittarius. And I forget I think it's a waning gibbous. Yeah. Waning gibbous moon is the phase I was born under. And I always do lives when it's like close to a waning gibbous moon or like around a full moon, which we have a full moon tomorrow in Sagittarius. Oh, thanks for subscribing to my newsletter, Debbie. I appreciate you. It brings me so much joy to send that out to y'all every Sunday. Like, I love it. Also, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I don't get any. I probably won't get notifications because your girl's phone is like a ghost town. But just in case someone wants to randomly decide to call me, they will be silenced. Scorpio sun, Cancer rising, Cat moon. Ooh, it seems like we got a lot of moon in the 7th house, people. Fun. I feel like I meet a lot of moon in the 7th house people. I don't know what that is because my moon is in the 3rd house. I don't know. But I meet a lot of y'all. I love y'all. High focus with Kate. Sag rising, Scorpio sun, Virgo moon. Ooh, my unconscious astrology moon is Virgo, and I vibe so well with Virgo moons. People ask me a lot if I have Virgo placements or Aquarius placements, and there's none in my normal astrology chart, but my unconscious astrology, which is a human design thing, I have a whole walkthrough class on that in my membership. But my unconscious astrology, when I learned about it, I was like, that's why people ask me if I have these placements all the time, because I do. They're just in my human design. Ooh, we got a Vanny Jen. Debbie's a Vanny Jen. Yes. Oh my god, I love Virgo risings. Literally, most of my really good friends are Virgo risings. I love it. Ooh, we got a Taurus sun, Sag moon too. That's me. I'm a Libra rising though. I see you're a Gemini rising. That's awesome. Y'all excited for, yeah, Virgo rising represent. Are y'all excited for the full moon tomorrow? I think it's it. I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see. It's at, wait, let me get to tomorrow. I think it's in the morning at like 7 something. Full moon, where are you? Yeah, 7:53 a.m. Mountain Time. So that's 9:53 Eastern Time. Math. So let me pull that up right now. If y'all didn't know, so I'm an affiliate for this company called Magic of Eye, and they make astrology planners every year. They're freaking amazing, but they also just came out this year with a calendar, like a digital calendar. So that's what I'm looking at on my watch. Like, I have all of the transits synced to my iCalendar, like on my phone. And so literally it like creates an event for every major transit that happens. You can like set which ones you want it to tell you. Like, I know we had Sun trine Pluto earlier today, and it tells me like the time on which that was, and it's just like all on my calendar. It's really freaking convenient. What was I doing? Oh, full moon. Full moon. What did I say? 7:53 a.m. I think it's at 3 degrees. Oh, it's at 2 degrees. Almost 3 degrees. Yeah, it's super cool. I think I have their website linked in my bio at the very bottom. Let me check on that. There's a lot of links in my bio. There's a lot. I try to keep it simplified. But it's hard because I got a lot going on. Yeah, so I just linked it in my bio. It's titled the 2024 Astro Planner, but you can also just get their digital calendar. I do use whole sign houses, yep. Thanks for the follow, Bex. Taurus sun, Pisces moon, Aquarius rising. Oh my god, what a combo, Kate. I love that. Ooh, we got a 5-1. Is that mental projector? That's amazing. Y'all are like unicorns. I use whole sign because it's the easiest. I can create someone's chart in my head by just knowing their rising sign, or their time of birth. Like if someone gives me their birthday and their time of birth, I can be like, oh, you're this rising and this is like your whole chart basically, and I don't have to look it up. What else do I love about whole sign? I just love how freaking simple it is. Like I love how easy it is. Placidus is like the same reason I switched my major from biology to psychology. I didn't want to take organic chemistry because I was just like, why? This is too complicated. This is too much. Like I don't need this in my life. That's how I feel about Placidus. That's how I feel about any house system that's not whole sign. It's like, this is too complicated. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we even doing this? Whole sign is like what has been used since astrology was practiced by human beings. So like, I just don't understand it. I don't get it. And my brain can't make sense of it. And really, nothing is right or wrong. It just comes down to what helps you to interpret better and trust your intuition, because that's all astrology is. It's an intuitive art. It helps you to connect to your intuition, same as tarot, same as like cardology, whatever resonates with you. Like it's a way to connect with your intuition to get messages about certain things. And for me, when I try to read a chart using Placidus, it blocks off everything because my mind just can't make sense of like what the fuck is going on with Placidus. So that's why I use whole sign. It's simple. Why overcomplicate things more than they need to be? They don't need to be complicated. Maybe I'll change my opinion, but this has been my opinion on like for 5 years about which house system I prefer. Maybe I'll learn something about Placidus one day that changed my mind. I don't know, but this is how it is for now. My Mercury's in Taurus. We like things simple. We like things simple to the point. So that's me. In what scenarios would you use another house system? I literally don't know because I never do. I'm not the one to answer that. I'm not the one. Hi Bex. Scorpio Sun, Libra Moon, Sag Rising. Oh my god, and then there's a Sag Sun, Libra Moon, Gemini Rising. That was crazy overlap synchronicity. I love it. My solar return chart this year is a Sag Rising, and honestly, I'm very, very, very excited about it because I know I'm going to be traveling a lot this next year. Starting, I don't have, usually my travel plans are spontaneous, so we'll see, but it has been at the focus of my life. Thanks, Drea. I love that you love my videos. I love making them, so love all around. Did you get in astrology first and then into human design? Yes. I've been into astrology since middle school. Like when I started to reflect on this, I was like, oh, I was always into like reading horoscopes. I was always into learning about this. And then I kind of lost it. I kind of forgot about it when I became like when I got into high school and I pursued like a very science path. I was in school pre-med. I was going to be a pharmacist, and it's just so fucking funny how different my life was back then compared to now. Like I was so science minded. I was also into neuroscience and psychology, and that's what I ended up wanting to like study, but I still didn't know what I wanted to do with any of that. And then I moved to Colorado. That changed everything, which Colorado is my moon line is here. So it makes sense that like awakened everything for me intuitively. And I just started meeting people who were into astrology. And this was like 10 years ago. And through that, I got back into astrology and I was like, oh shit, there's like something here. Like, how does this one book, Secret Language of Birthdays, if you know, you know, like I'm looking at it right over there. It's on my console. That book blew my mind. I was like, how does this book know so much about me just based on my freaking birthday? And that opened everything for me in terms of astrology. And I haven't stopped learning since then. That was about 10 years ago. And then I learned about human design through, the first ever business I had was fitness and nutrition coaching. I would help people with workouts and nutrition plans. And in that business, I was really into personal development and like listening to podcasts all the time on personal development and self-growth. And I was just on this podcast once, and they brought someone on talking about human design. And the same thing, like once I got into that, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. And like I said, I have a background in psychology and neuroscience. So I've always been interested in understanding like how we work as human beings, and like was into Myers-Briggs, was into the Enneagram. When I found human design, I was like, and astrology too, I was like, oh, this is an instant way to understand yourself. Like, this is crazy. And the learning hasn't stopped. And as I've learned, I've wanted to share. That's where my courses came from. That's why I created my courses, because I was like, there's no easy way to learn all of this stuff in one place. Like, why does it feel like I have to like go to all these different creators and websites and books to learn this information? Like, why can't someone put it in one place? So that's why I created my courses, because I wanted there to be one place for people to learn the systems, because it took me so long and so many different trajectories of like where to learn it all from. And then once I did, I condensed it and put it in my courses and my ebooks. My ebooks are included in my courses. You can also just buy my ebooks separately. They're great resources to have in your back pocket if you're learning astrology and human design. And yeah, then I created my membership community to just connect with y'all more in real time and help you understand your charts. Yeah. I think the original question was, did I learn astrology before human design? Yes. I think it really helps. You don't need to learn astrology before you learn human design, but it really helps you to understand it, because human design wouldn't exist without astrology. It's really the foundational base of the system itself. How did you begin? I'm starting my own teaching and healing course, and the beginning is rough. I mean, how long do you have? I began with learning my own charts, and then it was my obsession. I was also unemployed at the time. This was during the lockdowns, so I didn't have anything else to do but become obsessed about learning it and applying it to my life and the people's charts that were in my life. Every time I meet someone, I get their chart, and I still learn that way. And that's where a lot of my teachings came from. My ebooks, my courses all have a lot of practical information, because I have gained that through the people's charts in my life that I've analyzed for years. But I think it's, you just have to start doing. I think so many people get in their head about where and how and what, and it's just start producing. Like, my first ever course that I created was related to my first business that completely like flopped and failed. But that taught me everything I needed about creating courses, about online marketing, about social media marketing, organic marketing through social media, how to create videos, how to show up on video, creating content, how to story tell by writing posts. Like, that business failed, but it taught me everything I needed to succeed in the one I have now. I've been doing free readings. How did you jump by to ask? Well, people just came to me. I was doing readings for free, and then people started being like, how much do you charge? And I was like, oh, it's $50. Or then someone would be like, you need to raise your prices, girl. Your readings are really great and you don't charge enough. And then I was like, oh, okay, well then it's $80. And then it just kept increasing. You kind of have to trial and error it. But free readings, good fucking Lord, they get exhausting. They will drain you faster than anything else. That's my experience. Do you look at Lilith? I haven't looked too much into Lilith. It hasn't really called to me. I have done a lot of research on Ceres, Pallas, Juno, Vesta, Chiron, Part of Fortune, and I have a whole class on the asteroids in my membership. So in my membership is like 30 classes I've done on astrology and human design that go deeper. So my astrology and human design courses are like the basics. If you want to learn the language of astrology and you're new, take my Become an Astrologer course. Same with human design. If you want to learn the whole system, take the course. If you already feel like you know a lot of the basics and you want to learn the deeper stuff, that is in my membership. So my membership is for people who are kind of already experienced in the systems and just want to learn the deeper stuff like asteroids, aspect patterns, chart shapes. I have so many classes in my membership. It's insane. And it's literally only $15 a month to access all of those. It's like, it's insane value. It's insane. Yeah. But I have done, what other asteroids have I looked into? I've looked into like Psyche and Eros. For me, those are kind of like a personal journey, like if you feel called to it. But yeah, I don't look at those things too much on a daily basis because it just becomes like information overload and then you get an analysis paralysis in my experience. Sagittarius stellium, hey! That's fun. I have a Taurus stellium. My moon is in Sag. And this, yeah, my solar return chart this year is a Sag rising, so I'm stoked. I've really been embracing so much Sag energy lately. It's freaking insane. Like literally today someone called me and it's like, oh, it's whatever. I ended up blocking them, but they were just trying to have a conversation with me, but they like weren't present for the conversation. And I was like, do you want me to let you go? Like, do you have something else like going on? Like, is something else more important to you? Because like we're not in a conversation right now. Like, why are we on the phone? And then I ended up just being like, all right, well, you know, like I'll catch you later. And then I was like, I'm gonna block them. Like, there's no reason I need to be putting up with that type of shit. Oh my god, I'm so in my Sag era. Solar return is Sag rising 2 on the 23rd. Oh, like tomorrow? Wait, your solar return's tomorrow? No way, my moon is on Sag too. Yeah! Sag moons unite! Mine's at 21 degrees. So this full moon won't hit it, but this full moon will be on my Venus. We'll see how that goes. Oh, lunar return. Solar return is, so you get a new solar return chart every year. It's when your sun returns to the same position it was when you were born. So it can be on your birthday or it can not, because the sun, basically the sun rotates in 360 degrees, right? But we have 365 days in a year. So the sun's position changes every year. This is why the dates of the zodiac seasons change every year. They're not exact every single year because the sun, you know, rotates 360, but there's 365 days. So there's discrepancy. So your solar return is when the sun returns to the same position it was at the time that you were born. Oh, Cheeky's also a Taurus sun and Sag moon. I love our combo. I really do. I'm biased. I'm biased. Oh, my sun's in the 8th house. I love this. I love this. Welcome, Cheeky. In the same sign or to the exact degree. So like degrees and minutes. We're talking about solar return. So yeah, your solar return chart changes every year and it basically just pulls like what's going on at the, like that day and that year on your birthday, but it's not always on your exact birthday. Like it just depends on when the sun returns to the same degrees and minutes it was at your birth. I think you can Google like solar return chart calculator. I use AstroGold, the app and the software program for Mac. It's the best astrology software. And there's like a setting in there that you can have it calculate your solar return chart. Same with any planet, like Saturn return is the same thing. Jupiter return, same thing. Venus return. Solar return and Venus return obviously happen every year, but depends on how fast the planet moves for how often the return happens. Yeah, Sag Moon, Taurus, stelliums. What does return mean to me? I don't know what you mean by that question. Hi, Wendy. Any tips for 25 perfection year? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. If you have my ebook, it will tell you. And it will also break down how to like analyze your chart based on that perfection year. Is there something in the solar return chart that could indicate plastic surgery? Transits to your first house, maybe? I've never looked at a chart for that, so I don't know. I use Astro Gold for calculating astrology charts. That's the one that's in all of my videos. Y'all ask me all the time about that. It's Astro Gold. It's $40, I think. You only have to pay for it once, though. Literally, I've never used any other astrology website or software since I've gotten Astro Gold. It's the best. I've had it for like 3 or 4 years. It's the best. It also has an interpretation feature, so it will tell you like what things mean. So those of you asking like what your sun, moon, rising means, get Astro Gold, and it will tell you. Or you can download another astrology app. Though that's just the one I use. I know there's a lot. Astro Seek, okay. That one, I know there's so many. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know astro.com is the most accurate like website, because Astro Dash Charts, I've seen some discrepancies with degrees of like nodes, and sometimes their calculations are just off, is what I've noticed with Astro Charts. So astro.com is what I've been told is the most accurate, which can be important if you have anything on the cusp or like late or early degrees. Astro.com and Astro Gold, the most accurate astrology calculating softwares. Hi, Sella. Is there any significance to not having any planets in your 6th house? Any houses you have that don't have planets, it means you write your own story there, and it's not a huge focus of like lessons you need to learn. I've done lots of videos on this that are in my astrology houses playlist on my page that you can go find. I remember using Astro Cafe a bit. Oh yeah, they have I always find their ephemerises. So like y'all are asking on one of my most recent videos about like how to find when Venus transits to your natal Venus or whatever. That you can find through an ephemeris, and like you can actually get the physical book, or you can Google like Venus ephemeris for 2024 or whatever year you want to look at Venus's movements. And the one that always comes up for me whenever I Google this is what is it? Cafe Astrology. I like that they have the ephemerises. Thank you, Francesca. We got so much Sag energy. I love this. Time Passages is good too. Yeah, Time Passages is good. It's not super pretty or easy to read. That's what I love about Astro Gold too. Astro Gold's literally the best. I will die on this hill. Anyone that's a professional astrologer uses Astro Gold. What does Mars transit to the 1st house? Oh my god, that's a complicated question. That's a great question for my membership. We can like do a whole thread on it. And you can post your chart, because I'm a visual person, so that's why I created my membership. Was for y'all to have an intimate place to connect with me and other people learning astrology and human design, and also post your charts so we can like give you feedback on stuff, because I can't when I'm reading it, or I'm like here, if someone's like, what does it mean when my North Node's squaring my Saturn and also trying to, I'm like, you just spoke German to me. I don't know. Like I have to see it, because it like talks to me when I see it. And that might be different for everybody, but I can't read stuff like, or like I have to see the whole chart. That's just how I work. How does your Saturn return affect when you have Saturn in your 7th house? It puts the focus on that area of your life. My one of my good friends is in their Saturn return, and their Saturn is in their 7th house. Johnny Depp also had this happen to him when the Amber Heard trial was going on. So it can indicate like marriage or divorce or just entering into any serious type of commitment in terms of relationships. I don't do Vedic astrology. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Western whole sign girl. Right here. Western whole sign. What are placements or transits shared with couples that indicate, oh God, we'd be here all night. I have a whole synastry class, like how to read a synastry and relationship chart in my membership. If you want to look at your guys' charts for that. Because there's so much. I mean, it really depends on what you got going on. There's no like one size fits all. This is a great transit. It's a holistic thing. You think Capricorns and Cancers do well together long term? Depends on your charts. Depends on your whole chart. Like I just said, it's a holistic picture. We can't isolate any placements and be like, that's good. No, we got to look at the whole thing. We got to look at the whole thing. That's why I have my astrology course, is to teach all this. And my astrology course is the most simple astrology course you'll ever find, and it has everything you need to learn astrology in this one course. Like you'll never need another astrology course, because it teaches you everything you need to learn how to read a chart, how to read your own chart, how to read other people's charts, so that you understand the system and you're never confused by it again. Because there's really, there's no one size fits all. There's no Tauruses and Sages go well together. There's like, we can't generalize like that. And this is why general horoscopes get such a bad rap. And like people think horoscopes are bullshit because they're just isolating one part of your chart. Like it's literally only less than 8% of your chart, your sun sign or your rising sign. Like it's such a small factor of the whole picture that your chart is. And when you have the tool in your toolbox to be able to read it, your whole life opens up. You can understand anything about yourself, your life, your timing, past, current, future, other people in your life. Like it's priceless to learn, to really truly learn this system. Me and my fiance are both Taurus stelliums. I think that's why we match. Aw, that's awesome. I don't know. Tauruses are hit or miss for me. But that's awesome that y'all vibe so well on just having that alone. That synastry. Taurus men I've met are just really strange. They're really, I don't know how to really describe it. They're just, I don't even know. It's almost like they have water sign energy. They're really reserved and like shy, and like that's just been my experience with Taurus men. I don't know. I also have Taurus ruling my 8th house, so that could have something to do with it. Jenna says, so true with Taurus men. Yeah, they're something else. I have a friend who's a Taurus and she loves Taurus men. I don't know. I don't know. They're strange creatures. But again, it depends on what else is going on too. I think a lot of Taurus men I've met have heavy water placement, so that probably is what's doing that. I feel like I'm the most introverted, non-talkative Gemini, never related to my Gemini sun and stellium. Were you born at night? He's a Virgo sun and I'm an Aries sun. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. 'Cause I really feel like Virgo and Aries get along well. I don't know what it is. I can't logically make it make sense, but every Virgo I know, they're either partnered with an Aries or they just get along really well with Aries. Yes, in the evening. You only have sun in the 8th house then. Sun in the 8th house would explain it. I did a whole video on sun in the 8th house, people. I don't know what playlist it's in, but if you scroll down, you'll see it. If you have sun in the 8th house, it might resonate with you. Because having your sun in the 4th, 8th, or 12th house can kind of like dim it. Kind of creates this more like reserved energy. I have sun in the 8th house, so I feel you. Woo! Ashley has sun in the 8th house. Ashley, I replied to your... Ashley, this is so funny. I found one of your posts in the membership that I like completely... I don't know how it didn't notify me that you made a post and you asked something. It was such a great question, and I just saw it and replied to it in the membership. So I don't know if you saw my reply. Maybe it didn't notify you of my reply. I don't know what's going on with that, but I just had to let you know. We both have very earthy charts. Yeah, we get on like a house on fire. I love that. I don't know, maybe it's because Aries is ruled by Mars and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury can really like switch up. Like it's considered a neutral planet, whereas Mars is considered a malefic planet, whereas Mercury can like be one or the other, even though I feel like Mercury tends to lean more towards malefic. And it really confused me when I learned Mercury was neutral. I was like, what do you mean Mercury is neutral? But it makes sense, it switches back and forth. So that, I feel like maybe that's the logical why Virgo and Aries get along. Just got your Cosmos within you download. Yay! Y'all, you're hearing it here first. I mean, I've been talking about this for a while, but like, I'm working on getting my ebook, which is The Cosmos Within You. It's your go-to resource on learning astrology and human design in like one guide. I'm working on putting it in a physical book. And this has been, I created my ebook back in 2021. And I've like retweaked it many, many times since to make it better and like have more information in it. And now I'm working on it being like an actual book, which I love that it's an ebook because it's like, you can access it from anywhere. It's really pretty, like visually. My Libra rising is like aesthetically, the ebook is freaking beautiful, but getting it into a book is gonna take away some of those like graphics and prettiness, unfortunately, unless I can get like a publishing deal, but I don't really want to go that route. So that's what I'm working on. There's a lot of things in the works. I just launched a variables course for the human design variables. For those of you that want to learn about the arrows in your human design chart, they're also called variables. I just launched that course and we'll be adding more to it soon. It already has my variables ebook. This is the variables of human design. So like cognition, determination, environment, sense, all of those deeper kind of things in your human design that come from the arrows that are on like by your head when you pull up your chart. Yeah, I'm working on a lot of stuff. My big three, I'm a Libra rising, Taurus sun, Sag moon. Mercury and Taurus, Mars and Aries. Mars return. My Mars return has been very interesting, y'all. I feel like it's just been me like fighting with people and like but they're like trying to fight me. Like I'm just like, whatever, y'all, you can do whatever you want. Like if you want to fight me, I'm gonna let you. But they like people like really want to fight me right now. It's really funny. But my Mars is in the 7th house, so it makes sense. I'm so excited too. Thanks, Alana. Yeah, it'll be a real book. Ah! A real book. Ebook turns real. It's becoming a real boy. I have Mars and Aries and I get amped. I feel you. Oh man, having Mars and Aries is something. It's something. How do you know your Mars return? Because Mars is in the same sign, just like every return. Saturn return, Sun, solar return. Mars is in the same sign it was at the time of your birth. I wouldn't say rising is more important than the sun. They're just different. Like, the simplest way that I like to describe it is your rising is who you are. It's like you were born into that energy. Your sun is your ego. It's also what you're here to learn how to grow into. And then your moon is like your soul. Kyla's, oh my God, I'm a Libra sun and Aries rising. Hey, oh my God. Sag moon unite. Yes. Oh wait, I don't know what just happened. What just happened? Where am I? Oh, back to the comments. I don't know what just happened. What does it mean when your sun sign and your rising sign are the same? What does it mean when your sun sign and your rising sign are the same? Great question. I feel like a politician right now. To me, people that I've met who have sun on the ascendant or like in the same sign, I mean, it depends on how close it is to your ascendant. But having it in the same sign is like just doubles the lessons of you learning how to grow into that energy. But it really creates this, like I see it as similar as having Jupiter on the ascendant. Like people that I know that have Jupiter or sun on the ascendant have really big personalities. They're like larger than life people. I mean, anything the sun is on or in, it illuminates, right? It's the biggest fucking star in our galaxy. So anywhere the sun is, it's going to illuminate things. So if it's on your ascendant, it's going to illuminate who you are. It's going to illuminate your presence, your identity. Yes, what does it mean, Aquarius, sun, and rising? I would want to know, yeah, how close they are together. Because the closer they are together, the more it's going to be amplified. We both have Venus in the 7th house, and we met in school. Oh my God. Y'all, the comments on the videos I've been making about Venus and like how you'll meet your soulmate or the timing of how you can meet your soulmate based on your 7th house ruling planet transiting your Venus are insane to me. Because I was just looking at a couple people's charts and I was like, there's a pattern here. And then y'all's comments about like, yeah, this actually happened for me, or like, this is how I met I'm just like, this is insane. Like, it's just confirming everything. I love it. I love astrology. I love astrology. How do you feel about T-squares? T-squares are fun. I honestly love squares because I feel like they bring challenge and conflicts that create growth and evolution. Like, they bring things to the forefront of your life for you to look at so that you can grow and evolve from them versus just staying like complacent and stuck and living a mundane life. Like, I feel like squares bring an excitement. Even though it can suck in the moment and it can be really frustrating and challenging in the moment. Like, when you get through it and you look back on it, you're always like, damn, I'm so glad that fucking happened and like got me to do whatever, change whatever, evolve whatever, look at whatever. Like, I love squares. Yeah. Gives me hope. Saturn transits Cancer. Saturn does not transit Cancer next summer. Saturn won't be in Cancer for how many years? 3, 6, 9, 12? 10 to 12 years. But if you're asking about the video I recently posted about your 7th house ruling planet transiting your Venus, it could aspect your Venus. It could also aspect progressed Venus. So there's a lot of different things you can look at if the ruling planet of your 7th house is one of those slower moving planets. Doesn't mean it has to be exactly on it. It can aspect it in some way. 7th house rulers and my 6th and 6th house rulers. Oh, mutual reception. Love that. Nothing is bad in astrology. It all just means something. That should be a quote. Nothing in astrology is bad. It all just means something. That's a tweetable. Love the video on 7th house ruler. Thank you. That was a fun one. I literally, like I said, I was just looking at some of my friends' charts who are in relationships or married, and I was like, how did this happen for all of them while this was happening? Like the pattern. I was just like, this, I gotta share this. Rising 22 degrees, Cancer, Sun 7. Oh, okay, so they're not super close to each other. Oh, we have a whole child and he proposed. Oh my god! I love that. I love that. As someone who is super, super single, gives me hope. You don't want expansion? You're on the wrong video. You're on the wrong live. I'm Sagittarius moon. My whole life is expansion. Expansion is great. Thanks. Someone called it a nervous laugh the other day, and I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Stop. No. Just because I'm ruled by Gemini, Libra rising, Venus and Gemini, and I have a Sag moon. We laugh at everything all the time. Like, don't call it what it's not. I'm an Aries rising, Gemini, Venus. Do you think this Jupiter transit could help with love? Yeah, if you're acting on it. If you're getting off the freaking apps and going out into the real world and like smiling at people. Yes. See, I say this in all my readings. Astrology is potential. None of it is written in stone of like, this is how your life is going to go. It's just potential of a story. If you don't act on it, that potential is just it's going to pass you by. If you sleep on it, it's not going to happen. You got to act on the potential. Like this is why I also teach human design, because human design gives you a way to understand how your intuition speaks to you. It's called your authority. So we all have our own inner authority, and that's how you're meant to move through life. That's how you're meant to make decisions. It's how you're meant to know when something is right for you to act on. Like my sacral was like, go live on TikTok. Like that's my authority. My authority is sacral. My excitement was like, go live on TikTok. Let's do it. And it can be tricky because your authority truly only operates in the now moment, from now moment to now moment, right? It's really all we have. And that's how you're creating your future, is from your now moments. What you're doing now, what you're choosing to do right now in this moment is creating your future. If you're sacral, for example, if my sacral was like, Kelsey, go to this coffee shop and go get lunch or something. And I was like, no, I'm going to scroll on TikTok. My sacral told me to do something, right? My sacral is excited, telling me to act on something that's going to put me in alignment for the potential that is possible for me to like happen right now. Does that make sense? And if I'm like, no, I don't, I'm just going to keep scrolling on TikTok. What if I was meant to meet someone at that coffee shop? And because my authority, that was coming from my authority, and your authority is telling you what's in alignment for you to act on the potential that's here for you, and I didn't follow it, I just decided to like stay in my house. Like, you know what I mean? So that's really what it all comes down to, is listening to the intuitive nudges you get to do certain things and not trying to mental yourself out of it, not try to logic it. Well, that doesn't make sense. Why would I go to the coffee shop? Blah, 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 blah. No, just act on the intuitive hits you're getting. It's going to put you in the right places you're meant to be to meet the right people. But if you don't act on that potential, it's going to pass you by. Love the Cancer moons in here. I love Cancer moons. I meet so many Cancer moons. My 10th house is Cancer, so it makes sense. I meet a lot of Cat moons too. But yeah, always follow your intuition. Like, we're all really learning that right now with Saturn and Pisces, with Neptune and Pisces. I just made a video about this. I think I posted. About how we're all like choosing to, like, a lot of us are really choosing a sober journey right now. It's related to all that's in Pisces. And this is also helping us to live more in alignment with and trust our intuition. That's always guiding us to what's right for us. Our minds, you can't, the mind is just like a loud roommate. that never shuts up, but it shouldn't be making the decisions, because there have been so many times, y'all, when I followed my intuition and it didn't make freaking sense to my mind, and then I followed my intuition and I was like, that's why I was led to go there. Like, I've met so many cool people by doing that. And there's an example actually from the last eclipse. We had the new moon eclipse in Libra, or no, it was a full moon eclipse in Libra at the end of March. I was just out plant shopping. I love collecting plants. And I was just out plant shopping, and I had my favorite spots. I was at my favorite spot, and there wasn't really anything there that I loved. My intuition was like, okay, go to this other plant shop in town. And I was like, I don't like that plant shop. Like, why would I go there? But I'm learning we don't listen to the mind. We listen to the excitement and the body and the intuition. And I followed that nudge, and I literally met the coolest person who ends up owning the plant shop, and we hit it off really well. We hung out a few times and helped each other expand in our like entrepreneurial journey. And I wouldn't have met that person had I not followed my intuitive like nudge to go to that plant shop. So that's a literal example for my life. And there's so many. We could talk about it all night. But that's where magic in life lies, is in following your intuition. And it's never, ever, ever going to make sense to your mind. Ever. But that's where the magic is. And it's also been a theme of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction we have that's on its way out right now. It might even be a big theme of like the full moon tomorrow, since it's going to be in Sagittarius, Jupiter's ruler. And we'll have Venus on Jupiter tomorrow. Trust your intuition. Like, it's literally always guiding you to what's right for you, but it's never going to make sense to your mind. I just found out I'm a generator. Awesome. Yeah, you can do full moon water if you want. I don't personally do that. I don't really do anything anymore for the full moons. New moons, I like sit in intentions. I like journal. Yeah, I don't know. I can't slow her. I'm a manifesting generator. There's no slowing a manifesting generator down. How do you feel about your lunar return being a full moon? That's interesting. Oh my God, that's so weird you mentioned sober life. I quit. Ah! That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I just did a whole video about that because I was reading about like Pisces and Virgo energy, and I had this hit of like, oh my God, the nodes are about to move into Pisces and Virgo. Like the North node's about to move into Pisces. The South node will be in Virgo starting early next year. And like so many people are going to be really choosing sobriety because of that. So that's what the whole video I did was about. I have an emotional sacral, but intuition is a big thing. Yeah, for sure. With emotional authority, it's, well, the smaller things you can make decisions on in the moment using your sacral, what feels best, what feels good. Where does your body literally want to go? Like when I'm out walking around town, my mind will be like, let's take this road. And if my body doesn't turn in that direction, I don't force it. Like that's what human design really teaches at its fundamentals, is like how to listen to your body and let your body guide you through life, because that's what it's supposed to do. And so for emotional sacrals, it's like you have to trust that. You have to trust what feels good for the smaller stuff. And for the bigger stuff, but the bigger stuff can take time. Like I recently met an emotional authority, and she's really into Gene Keys and human design. And we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, most of my friends are emotional authorities, and I see this process in them where like they, the bigger decisions really take a lot of time. And she was like, no, literally the bigger the decision I have to make, the longer it will take for me to reach clarity around it. So that's a thing that can be tricky with emotional authorities, is like knowing when to give yourself time to make a decision. Good night, Ashley. I'll see you tomorrow if you're able to make the live and the membership. I do a live room. It's like a Zoom every week in my membership community, and we all get to see each other and talk, and it's so fun. So the next one is tomorrow evening. It'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. But if you're in the membership, you'll see the schedule, and it will convert for your time zone. I was just reading about that. I'm an emotional authority and used to be the opposite. Easy for a big decision, hard for a small. Interesting. I wonder what your authority channel is. And if you have a sacral or not, because that makes a difference. Noticing that now, an emotional authority, yeah. Libra ascending, me too. I need to learn about human design. Yes! I just put my human design report. So if y'all don't know, you can get your human design chart through my website. It's the first link in my bio, in my profile. And you can download a custom report that is like 30 plus pages that will tell you all about, it literally took, I've written everything that's in that report. It took me like 2 years to put that report together because there's so much information. And anyways, it will tell you all about your chart personally. And I just put it on sale. Like it's only $25 right now for a limited time. So hop on that if you want to learn about your human design. It will tell you everything. Make sure you download it to your phone, your computer, wherever it is safely kept, and you can refer back to it, because the link that you get in your email, it's an instant download sent to your email. The link will expire. So just make sure you download it in a safe place to refer back to it, because it's, like I said, it will tell you everything, which if you're new can be overwhelming, but it is a great resource to refer back to as you're learning more about your chart and learning and continuing your human design journey. I'm a Manny Jen, yes. I got the 2034 channel. Yeah. Happy birthday, Jim. Saturn has been whooping your ass. Yeah, it'll do that. I feel like my Saturn return, I'm in my Saturn return, but I truly feel like it happened back in 2021 when I was in my nodal opposition. I was in my Pluto sextile, and I feel like there was something else major. Oh, the progressed lunar cycle was ending for me. All of that was like, felt like a Saturn return. So my actual Saturn return has been a breeze because of all of that chaos and hardship. I think it's easier as a third line too. Like I'm a 1-3 profile. So being a third line, it's like I'm used to that. Just pain and mistakes and hardship. Like I'm used to it. This week feels busy. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen when the sun moved into Gemini and everything's about to follow. Like Venus will move into Gemini tomorrow. Jupiter will move into Gemini on Saturday. Shit's about to get real busy. Also a third line, hey! With a sobriety, I have Mercury and Venus and Pisces. Ooh. Yeah, that would make sense. What did you say your rising was again? Saturn return was a beautiful time. I'd love to hear it, Sarah. I feel the same about mine. Honestly, like there have been things that have not been super easy, but honestly, this is like the best time I can remember being alive. It's like right now, like it has not been anything close to as good as this. So Saturn has blessed me. I'm grateful. My Saturn return was wild. Yeah. Virgo rising. Oh, 7th house. Maybe to have better relationships? I don't know. Or like better connections. I also used to smoke, and I literally got to the point where I couldn't around people because it was just like, I'm not here. And that was when I was like, why am I doing this again? I can't even like talk to people. How do you know when your Saturn has returned? It happens for everybody sometime in your 29th year. I have a whole playlist on my page. If you click up here and then down here when it pops up, you'll go to my profile. I have a playlist on Saturn Return. There's a ton of videos in there walking you through how to find that out. Absolutely wild journey the past year or two. Oh my God, I know. The 94 babies, like, I'm also a 94 baby. We have been going through it. I think it's Pluto on the North Node and, like, what else was going on that year? We had Jupiter and Scorpio that year. Yeah, and then we're all kind of in our Saturn return. I feel like there was another major. Oh, no. Chiron and Virgo. Same here, y'all. I've been sober from alcohol for like years and years and years, but I live in Colorado. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And that's been like my struggle, but like I said, I just realized, like, why am I doing this? Like, if I can't even be around people, I don't even, like, yeah. What is this really for? The moon is in Scorpio. So power to y'all for ending the smoke. It's hard. I love this support between y'all. I love it. 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 Leo, rising, Taurus, moon, Aqua, sun. I love that combo. The combination of that energy is like no bullshit and also really fun. Oh, you're amazing, hippie bee. I actually found it so easy after a week. It's like someone slapped me. I feel you. That's how my relationship was too. Like, all of a sudden I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But like being in a state where it's like legal, sometimes it can be tough. In my experience with like having friends that aren't on that same vibe of like, I'm done with this. And it's like, I don't even really like being around people that are doing it anymore. Cause I'm just like, we're in different planets. Like, I don't think we live in the same dimension. I'm like, oh wow, that's what I was like for the whole time I was doing it. That's crazy. Oh, it's not legal where you are. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that makes it easier to quit in a way. Because it's like, I can just go to the store or like, yeah, there's people all the time. Anyways. Ooh, we got a lot of Taurus. Taurus, Leo, Sag energy. Sion, is that how you say your name? I don't know. That's cool that you're in the UK. I'll be over there in the fall. I'll be on your side of the pond. I feel so much better, just clarity I forgot I could have. I started isolating. I feel that. We're just talking about whatever. We have been talking about sobriety, sober journey. Sharn, okay. Because I just did a video on that. Saturn is in Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces. We're all closing out a collective cycle right now of like spiritual awakening and ending a cycle of avoiding reality through substances. And that's going to be heightened in the coming months and years as the Neptune moves through Pisces, the North Node moves through Pisces. Started my sober journey last July. Amazing! Fellow Libra rising. Leo, Sag, Cancer, bad bitch, sad bitch. I am in my Saturn return. It peaked on March 1st. My house flooded. It was 2 weeks of repairs. That's what happened on my Saturn return, like exact day. What is the difference between sun, moon, rising? What does it mean about you? I think I have a pinned video on my profile covering that. To simplify, sun is your ego, moon is your soul, rising is your identity. It's who you actually are. Oh, because it's like an English accent. Sean, I don't know. Sometimes I can do a good accent, sometimes I can't. My one-on-one readings are open right now. I'm more so focused on building community in my membership, and I do answer personal chart questions in there, but I'm not taking, other than my one-on-one readings, I'm not doing readings right now. It's so funny. I met someone like a month ago who is from London, and we were like trying to mimic each other's accents, and it was so fun. Oh, it was really fun. The only American accent he could do was like this like down south Louisiana accent, and I was just like just talking your normal dialect. It was really funny. What does it mean if Saturn is conjunct your moon, 9th house? Do you want to travel? Or pursue some form of education around spirituality? So good American accent. I grew up on Disney. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that helps. That's where my like Valley Girl accent comes from. Most definitely watching like Disney, VH1, MTV in the early 2000s. Because I'm from North Carolina, like, or that's where I went to high school. I was born in West Virginia. But people, my parents, like people that, if I go back there and visit, like, I'm like, oh, y'all really do have a Southern accent. Like, how did I not get one of those? But it's because TV. It's definitely because of TV. And I moved to Colorado when I was 20, so that shaped a lot of who I am. On the I don't have the Astro Matrix app. I don't. Oh God, TikTok just asked me to verify something. Stand by. Okay. Wait, where did that question go? North Carolina. Oh, cool. I went to high school in Charlotte in Concord. I am a 94 baby. Oh my God, year 2000 baby. My brother is born in 2000. On the Astro Matrix app, there we go. Shows I have a grand air trine. It could be an out of sign trine. Is that the app where it's like really visual, like the planets are 3D? I can't remember. When I lived in Hawaii, someone introduced me to that app, and I liked it for a little bit, but then I was like, it was like glitchy, or there was something I didn't like about it. I remember, but if it says you have a grand air trine and one of them is in Taurus, it's probably because it's early degree or late degree Taurus. So technically it still trines the other planet, but it's just out of sign. It's an out of sign trine. I love how that rhymed. It's an out of sign trine. I have an out of sign opposition. So I have Pluto in Scorpio. It's at 27 degrees. And my Venus is in Gemini at 3 degrees. So a lot of places will tell me that I have like a Pluto Venus opposition, even though my Venus isn't in Taurus. My Venus is in Gemini, but because they're still within 5 degrees of each other and in different signs, some sites count that, which I would too, but it's not as strong as it is when they're in the same sign. It's a purple app. Okay, I'm so out of it with the astrology apps, y'all. Literally the only one I've used for 3 years now is Astro Gold. I don't even know. And I remember CoStar I hated. But that was like 5 years ago. Yeah, maybe because I'm a reflector. Oh. Well, that wouldn't change your aspects. But being a reflector, yeah, that's What do I want to say about that? It creates a very inconsistent energy with your placements in general. So it's funny, the founder of human design would always make fun of astrology. Like, he was not a big proponent on astrology because he would always say that it was inaccurate and that human design is more accurate, which I agree with in a sense. But the interesting thing, like, so the theory that I gathered from that was that when you have placements in your human design chart that are not activated in your chart, like in the case of a reflector, none of your placements are activated because you don't have any defined centers. So that's what activates placements in your astrology chart, is if your centers in human design are defined. Any placements that make up that center or that are in that center that's defined are going to be activated. So you're going to feel them on a consistent basis. But with a reflector, none of your placements are activated. You don't have any consistency. And that's why, like, you don't have any consistency in how your energy operates and how your placements operate. So that's why you have to look to the transits for what is changing and when, and how that's changing your energy and the expression of your own personal planets. Does that make sense? I have a human design transits class in my membership that goes into detail on that. And helps you understand the human design transits and what I mean by all of that. Sag Moon, Manny Jin with emotional authority, emotional expansion, so big, overwhelmingly so, yeah. Do you know your emotional authority channel? The emotional center is a force to be reckoned with. Like, y'all are some powerful, powerful people. Emoting, creating, channeling. Everyone I know with emotional authority is so connected to, like, source, universal energy, God, whatever you want to call it, like, so deeply connected, because the emotional center is the center of spirit. And bringing that spirit energy into a human form, which we experience through emotions. I'm not a Cap rising, but it's so funny you asked me that, because my unconscious astrology chart, y'all, if you've been on the live since the beginning, how funny is that this is coming full circle? I always get asked if I have Capricorn, Virgo, or Aquarius placements, and I don't, except in my human design, in my unconscious astrology. Which, again, I have a whole class on that in my membership. The unconscious astrology comes from the second birth data you get in your human design chart. So that's why when you pull up your human design chart, you see the two like colors. And the planets are in like two separate boxes that are different colors. One of those is your conscious astrology, like what you know of as your birth chart. And the other is your unconscious astrology, which comes from your design date. And that has a whole chart corresponding to that design date, which is when the founder of human design theorized that your design date is when your soul actually comes into your body versus when your human body actually comes onto the earth. That's your birth date. But your design date is when your soul starts to merge with your body. And so that has a whole other astrology chart. But yes, in that chart, I'm a Cap rising, Aquarius, Sun, Virgo, Moon. Which, when I learned that, made all the sense in the world, because I always get asked if I have those placements. And then my normal astrology, I'm a Libra rising, Taurus sun, Sagittarius moon. Which, if y'all are on my website and you go to the About section, it will tell you all of that too, all of my stats. That's so funny. Now I need to check mine. Yeah. It blew my mind. And then I started looking it up for all my friends, and I was like, that's why I thought they had Leo energy. Because your unconscious is what other people see in you. Like, it's your body. It's what other people see in you and recognize in you, because you're just like living it. You don't really see it in yourself, but other people pick up on it more so than you do yourself. Hi. I feel like there's another question. Unconscious chart. Yeah, no, that's what it's called. That's what I call it. It might also be called your design date chart. or your design date chart. I call it unconscious astrology. It's not draconic, no. I think that's like a whole other calculation, right? Your unconscious astrology just comes from the second set of data that's in your human design chart. Co-star was heavily promoted by celebs. Oh, wow. I did not know that. Technically, Libra is also Saturnian. Yeah, it is. I feel like Libra is like the most Saturnian. Very connected to source, always have been. Yes, looking at what channel it is. Okay. Because I feel like the 4037 and the 59-6 channel are very subtle emotional energies. Same with the 1222. That's also one that's more subtle. The 3536 channel is like a very chaotic emotional energy. So is the 3955 and the 4031. Or the 4130. I do not understand human design at all. You should get my ebook on it. It breaks it all down super, super simply. It also breaks down astrology. So my ebook includes both. It is your one place to learn the language of both astrology and human design in a very simple way that you have like a literal guide to. Thanks for the follow, Marie. You resonate with your sidereal chart. Awesome. Maybe not the place for you, because that's not what I talk about or teach or resonate with, but power to you. How do I get to know what unconscious chart? So I have videos on that in a playlist on my TikTok. It's kind of complicated, like how you find it. You have to use Genetic Matrix, which is a human design software program. And I have a class in my membership that walks you through this process. Cause it's kind of hard to like tell you over video without showing you. Yeah, but that's how you find it. Is 37 is a gate. 4037 is a channel. And then there's the 4130 channel. Oh, you have the 4037. Okay. I have a whole podcast episode on the 2034 channel because I have this channel and I have a lot of friends who have the 2034 as well. It's one of the most common channels. We're actually in it right now. Like the sun and the earth are in the 2034 channel right now. So everybody has this energy right now and will until Friday or Saturday, I believe, because the channel is made up of the early degrees of Gemini and Sagittarius. It's in transit right now. But yeah, I have a whole podcast episode on it. I think it's like an hour long. And my podcast is called Astrology and Human Design. I love the 2034. I think it's one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful channels in the whole system. So if y'all are feeling it right now, like act on this energy. Big magic can be created right now. Personality is conscious, yes. And your actual birth date, yes. And then your unconscious comes from your design date. So if you're able to... My website, I don't think gives you your design date. Genetic Matrix will. I don't know of any other human design websites that will give you your design date. But if you have that information, you can pull up an astrology chart based on that. A lot of the times the time of your design date will be in UTC. So just make sure if you weren't born in the time zone that UTC is, which I think is like GMT or something, you have to convert that time to whatever time zone you were born in. Like I said, it's kind of complicated. I do have videos. The easiest place to learn that is my membership. This year has been so rough for me. Aries sun, Capricorn moon, Aries rising. Yeah, I could see that because we have Chiron in Aries. We've had a lot in Aries going on. What do you think about the whole Diddy? I don't know. The Diddy apology. I don't even know what's going on with that at all. I live in a bubble. That's cool. New rabbit hole. Yes, they never end. And that's why I love astrology and human design. It literally never ends. Like, I'm always learning. I love it. As a 1-3 profile and a Manny Gen, I love it. Oh, it's your only channel. That's cool. 4037. Okay. And that's the only ones you have? Do you have any gates in the solar plexus? Libra Sun, Virgo Moon, Libra Rising. This year has been hectic. My scales are tipped. Tipped to hell. Libra Sun, Virgo Moon. Yeah. Yeah, with all that's in Aries in opposition to your stuff can be challenging. I haven't really found my own anything to be that challenging. It's like other people, because Aries rules Libra rising 7th house, and all of this stuff that's been in Aries that's been challenging has been in my 7th house. It's like my relationships have been really challenging, but like everything else in my life is great. But I've worked really fucking hard to make it that way. Yeah. What about a 6-2? If you want to learn about anything specific in your human design chart, get my custom report. It's on sale right now. You can go to astrologyhumandesign.com, get your human design chart, look for the green button to get a custom report that will tell you all about everything in detail. It's written by yours truly. All of the information in there was written by me. It took me like 2 years to put that all together, but it goes really deep into your profile, your type, your authority, your channels, your gates, all of the other stuff too, your determination, your incarnation cross, your manifestation style. Like, it goes into everything. So if you want to learn all of your human design stuff, get a custom report. astrologyhumandesign.com. astrologyhumandesign.com. Get your human design chart and then look for the green button. I feel like I'm thriving right now, especially with growing my account. That's awesome. Yeah, there's so much magical energy right now if we're choosing to act on it. And that's a thing that I found with being a sacral being, like those of us that are generators and manifesting generators, is if we're not putting our energy consciously into something that is exciting for us and something that feels good, we're just going to create more stuff that feels not good. We're going to create more frustration. We're going to create more anger, depression, melancholy, like all the things that nobody wants, right? If you're just like not breaking yourself out of it, you're going to just create more and more of it. So like if I find myself in a funk, I'll literally put on music and dance to it, and it changes everything, because then I'm putting my energy into something that feels good, right? And that's going to create more things that feel good. And this is kind of where a lot of generators and Manny Gens can get ourselves into funks. And really anyone right now this whole week has that energy. Everyone in the world right now has a defined sacral, because the 2034 channel is in transit. So that's everyone's lesson this week, is like putting your energy into things that feel good. And when you're in something that doesn't feel good, shifting it. How do I find the membership? astrologyhumandesign.com. Membership is one of the tabs. I literally do the same thing with dancing. Yes! Virgo Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, manifesting generator. Awesome. I just want to be outside dying for sun. Oh, it wasn't sunny where you are today. I'm sorry. It was windy here like early in the day, and then around like 2 or 3, it got really sunny and like the wind died down. It was really nice. I'm really grateful. I walked. How many miles did I walk? I walked a lot today. 5 miles because I was just outside all day. It was great. It's getting nice now. I'm in Ontario. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I've never been there, but I can imagine. I live in Colorado. We get 300 days of sunshine. It's glorious. It's glorious. I'm grateful. Hi again. Libra rising, Sag sun, Aquarius moon. Ah! That's the same as Britney Spears. No fucking way. That's literally the same as Britney Spears. She is a Libra rising, Sagittarius sun, Aquarius moon. That's crazy. I don't know how I just like remembered that, but I was like, wait, someone else has that. It's Britney Spears. Britney Spears is such a Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Say psych. No, literally. I think she has Venus in Capricorn, but her Mercury is in Sag. I think she has Jupiter in Sag. What is her Mars in? I don't know. Maybe, no, I don't know what her Mars is in. Something. It's in one of the signs, but yeah, that's like her whole chart. So many celebrity legends with Libra rising. Really? I didn't realize that. Who else is... I don't know any other off the top of my head. I know Britney Spears, obviously, but I feel like I've tried to look up, because I'm a Libra rising, I've tried to look up other celebrity Libra risings, and it's just been like, meh. Hey, Jess. Her Mars is in Virgo. Okay, yeah. And it's in the 12th house. Triple Pisces. Oh, fun. I love my Pisces. Just not dating. Just not with dating. As y'all probably saw. I'm adding that piece of info to my resume. Oh my god. My chart is, let's say, side-eye. Libra, Virgo, Virgo. Oh, yep. Thanks for being here, Hippie Bee. I appreciate you. Yeah, anything that I talked about you want to learn more about, astrologyhumandesign.com. astrologyhumandesign.com. Good night, Hippie Bee. Appreciate you. Happy Gemini season. Yes. Big three and chart ruler are all 4 different cardinal signs. There's only 3. Wait, oh yeah. Oh. Ha, that's interesting. Mine are all mixed. So my Libra rising, cardinal, Sag moon, mutable. I have all 3. Taurus sun, fixed. And then my unconscious astrology is a lot of fixed. Friends with Benefics. What a cool username. Oh my god. Pretty freaking mutable and mercurial. Mercurial. We love that. We love Mercury and what it brings to the world. Sag sun and rising. I love that. Pisces moon. Wow, what a combo. I feel like someone had a good question and I lost it and cannot remember what it was. Oh, it was a Libra rising thing. Now I want to look up other celebrities that are Libra risings. I just found my unconscious astrology. My conscious moon is my unconscious sun. Oh wow, that's interesting. Are they in the same gate? Are they in the same gate? That would be cool. Cancer, Aries, Capricorn, married to a Libra. Oh, that's a lot of cardinal. I'm sorry, I don't know what gates are yet. Oh, that's okay. It's the numbers that are next to the planets in your human design chart. My ebook on human design will walk you through, 1, what all the gates mean, and 2, what degrees of zodiac signs are connected to each gate. So like for an example, I gave y'all the 2034 channel is early degrees Gemini. I literally think in Sag, I think it's gate 20 is 0 to 5 degrees Gemini, and gate 34 is 0 to 5 degrees Sagittarius. And so when any planets are in those degrees of those signs, it will activate a different gate. And then gates are what create channels if the gates connect to each other. So, but my ebook breaks all that down. My ebook is linked in my profile. You can also get it at astrologyhumandesign.com. Oh no, my unconscious sun is 53. Okay. My conscious sun. Oh, so that's Libra. 57. Oh, I love gate 57. That's the gate of intuitive insight. You just know things. I'm so random with money. It's all good. Like, when it calls you, it calls you. What schools of astrology do you follow? Western, whole sign. Western, tropical, evolutionary astrology, whole sign, house system. Yes, you do have intuitive insight. If that's your conscious sun, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to know what other celebrities have Libra rising. Hold on. Why can I not just search by that? Here we go. Ascendant, Libra. Astro-Dash Charts has a great database of celebrity charts. BT dubs. But I always confirm accuracy of birth time with Astro Theme, because Astro Theme has a grading system on the accuracy of celebrities' birth times. My big three are all fire. I love that. Leo DiCaprio is a Libra rising. Oh, that makes sense. I could see it. I passed the vibe check, thanks. I will also die on that hill with you. Like, yep, whole sign's the best. Oh, that's interesting. You had a dream, like a prophetic dream, because gate 57 also activates a gate in the sleep chart, which is a whole other sector of human design. Also have a class on that in the membership. But gate 57 in the sleep chart is like attunement. So if you have that, which if your sun is there, you probably have that in your sleep chart. And the sleep chart tells you what kind of dreams you have. And gate 57 in terms of dreams is all about having prophetic dreams and like being attuned to things that are actually going to happen, or getting certain answers around things that you need answers around in your waking life. You get them through your dreams. Gate 57 in the sleep chart is really cool. Yes. Yeah, human design is my shit. I love human design so much. Lil Kim has Libra rising, as well as Beyonce and Avril Lavigne. Oh. I didn't think Beyonce had a confirmed birth time. Gemini rising, I've been sleeping all day. I have been tired since last week. I feel like I can't sleep enough. Yay, fellow Libra rising. Hi, Brittany. My membership is literally the best place to learn astrology and human design. I don't even know what to say about it. It's literally the most affordable thing I offer too. It's only $15 a month, and you get access to 30 plus videos. Classes I've taught on astrology and human design, various topics. You get access to the community, which has over 100 people at this point. We are posting our questions in there. We meet on live, like in a live room every single week. We get to connect with each other, ask questions. Yeah, people post their charts in there too, so you can find your like chart twins and bounce ideas, stories off of each other. And it's like the most intimate place to connect with me and get answers about your chart, because I don't really do readings anymore. TikTok just told me to take a break. Apparently I've been on live for 90 minutes. Oh, TikTok. If you don't know what time you were born, that's tricky. You gotta know. That's tricky. If there's no literal way you can find out, then it's gonna take a lot of research on your part to figure out what fits. There's astrologers that offer services called chart rectification. So you can hire an astrologer to do a chart rectification to figure out your birth time. If there's literally no other way for you to figure it out, that's the best route to go. So that the live is fun. What do you mean? Oh my god, I love that because I know so much about astrology, but little to nothing about human design. Oh yeah, it would really, if you already have that base of knowledge, human design will be a breeze for you to learn. We love trolls. We love trolls on the live because they're just pushing it out in the algorithm. We love it. We love it on the live. We love it on our videos. Like, we love the trolls. They're just pushing, they're just like helping everything. We love it. Haters, same. Like, they're just promoting everything. Avril Lavigne makes a lot of sense. It does. Also, I've been learning French, and tell me I didn't realize Avril's name, like Avril is like French for April. Like, when I learned the French word for April, I was like, oh my god, how did I not like know this my whole life? Bought Chris Brennan's chart rectification. Oh, he has like a class on that? Is it like 17 hours long? I rectified someone's chart who was adopted. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's fun. It just takes a lot of trial and error, dialogue with the person, research. But that's cool. Maybe that's a service you could offer, Kyla, if you love it. This is why I'm like an advocate of everyone needs to know astrology, and we can never have too many astrologers because everyone's going to have a like passion within astrology that they love to do that fills a need. Like, I don't want to do chart rectifications, but like if that's your thing and you love it, like that's a service people need for sure. The vent is French for the vine. Yeah, but Avril is April. Avril. That's Avril Lavigne. Oh, her last name. Oh, okay. April the Vine. That's interesting. I bought it a few years ago, but it was a lot of trial and error, yeah. Yeah, I've like done it for celebrities, like people whose like celebrities charts who their birth time isn't like a confirmed thing, and I've wanted to really know because like Kanye West, his birth time isn't confirmed, and so a lot of people have said he's a Cancer rising, but I don't know, I had like a conflicting opinion on that, and so I was doing rectification for him, but it got so exhausting. Yeah, it takes a lot of like trial and error and research for sure. It's not an easy thing to do. Is there a certain big three combo you find in? I mean, okay, if y'all didn't know this, there are over 1,440 combinations of sun, moon, and rising. So, no. There isn't one that I find super interesting because there are so many. Literally 1,400 different combinations. That's how unique you are. And then if we add in human design, like someone in my membership was saying they asked ChatGPT how many different human design charts there can be made. Over like hundreds of billions. Like that's how unique truly each one of us is. I think stelliums are super interesting. Yeah, I've seen more Capricorn stelliums than any other stellium, which is I find really interesting. Like, I can't tell you all the amount of readings I've done for people who have like eight or more placements in Capricorn. And I'm just like, what? Like, there's literally been like at least 5. Probably because Neptune and Uranus were in Capricorn, or yeah, we're in Capricorn for so long. How do you figure out your sun, moon, rising? Google astrology birth chart calculator. Yeah, checks out. Yeah. There's so many different combinations. It's crazy when I learned that. I was like, oh, so when you meet someone who has the same as you, like it's actually really, really, really rare. Rarest stellium? I don't know. Probably anything where there's not like an outer planet in that sign. because you can only, if there's not an outer planet in that sign, like Leo, for example, we haven't had any outer planets in the sign of Leo for a while. If you have a stellium in Leo, that means your sun, your Mercury, your Venus, your Mars, your rising, and your moon would all have to be in Leo. So that's pretty rare, I feel like. But yeah, thank you all for being here. It is time for me to eat now that the sun is setting. I'm in direct determination in human design, so my body is letting me know that, hey, it's time to eat now. So I appreciate y'all for being here. If you want to learn astrology and human design, check out my ebook. Come join my membership. I'll be doing a live room tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's like a live open Q&A, so you can come ask questions. We get to connect in real time. And yeah, I'll see you inside, or I'll see you next time on here. Bye. Love y'all.